Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the week ahead analysis. We're going to go through the strength and weakness of the currencies and some charts to watch. So basically just going to remain sort of on these dollar pairs. Dollar's continuing to lose strength. We can see that it's continuing to do that on the strength meter, as well as the Swiss and the yen. So it's showing us really that the market is more in risk on mode. We're seeing those safe haven currencies move lower, and then we're seeing the risk currencies move higher. So you can see the likes of the Australian dollar building, CAD also getting stronger. So I like the idea of continuing to look for Aussie longs. We've talked about that in the past sort of few videos, like those, and also potential for euro dollar to move higher as well. So let's go take a look at a couple of charts of interest. So I'm going to start off with Euro US dollar. I'm actually just going to jump up to the weekly time frame first, and you can see that I've marked up the weekly high and low, and I'm looking for that midpoint. The reason why I'm doing that is because when the market trends, I like to look for higher highs and higher lows to form, and I like them to form at previous resistance and support areas. And looking at this sort of chart at the moment, if price was to come back down to 118, I feel like that would be too much of a deep retracement in order to look for long positions next week. I think that if we break below and close below sort of towards these lows, that's not going to be great for the euro dollar long idea. So I'm only looking for a short-term pullback and potentially into the midpoint area, because if I put a line on this midpoint, around about 118.40. If we're going to the daily time frame and just look left, you can see there was some interaction in and around these levels through here. You can see that the market found some support here and here, a little bit of resistance in there. The 118 is a good level to buy from, just because it does have that sort of previous resistance. However, I do think that that might be a bit of a big ask for price. So what I'm looking for is maybe a pullback into the midpoint area. See if price rejects. If it does, then we can start looking for buying opportunities again, with the opportunity to buy up towards sort of 1.2s, maybe even to the 121s, if the trend is going to be as big as it might be. Moving on to pound then. So pound is a little bit different, as we had a bit of a consolidation down here last week around about the 137.80 before moving to the upside. So we can see that price is now technically making that higher high pattern. So if price comes back into sort of 137.80 and rejects it, got some opportunities to go long, maybe back up into sort of this high of 139.70 all the way up into sort of the 1.4s. New Zealand US dollar, really like this market long. If we look at the monthly, really starting to show that impulse phase forming. Look at the daily now, multiple areas of support that we can look at for opportunities. We have these recent sort of breakout highs in here, which is around about 0.7050. If we kind of pop that level in here, you can see lots of interaction in and around this area. This would be the area I'd like price to come back into and find some support. Sorry, let me just take that box off and just show you with the arrows. So if price does come back down into this area, starts to find some buyers, starts to form bullish price action on the daily time frame, that'd be a sign for us to start buying this move. We've had a really strong extension to the upside here, really strong impulse. So we're either going to get a continuation after a shallow retracement, or we're going to get some sideways price action. But for me, I think we're going to see some further upside to the market. Aussie Yen is another one that we really like. We spoke about this multiple times last week. We talked about price coming and breaking these monthly highs. That is occurring now. We closed above on the daily time frame. If price pulls back here, and again, just watch the daily candlesticks. If we start to see some small ranging candlesticks, very much like these in here, and then you start to see the bullish price action, then I'll be looking for longs on Aussie Yen. I feel like we might be able to get back up to 85.30, not this week obviously, however over a course of maybe 2 to 3 months, because if this impulse phase is going to continue, we should get higher highs and higher lows forming on that daily time frame for that upside. So that's been this week's week ahead analysis. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel for some more Forex content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.